Okay, everybody, now we're going to continue with a two-part exercise. First, we're going to create a resource or network directory automation and set up the trigger. And then in the next part of the exercise, we will configure a workspace to run in an action through an action there. So please make sure you've got Follow Presenter turned on. I'm going to jump into my lab to go through the exercise. So we're going to create a new automation. We don't need this. And we are going to add a resource or network directory trigger. Directory we're going to watch. We're going to watch the data folder. And I'm going to create a folder in here called building updates. Oops. Okay. And then I'm going to select that folder to be the one that I watch here. I'm going to watch for only the create action. I'm not going to care if files are modified or deleted. And then I'm going to change this poll interval to 5 seconds just for testing. I will probably be presented with a warning that 5 seconds is pretty aggressive. But when we're testing these and demoing these, I'd rather them be processed quicker rather than wait multiple minutes for the automation to trigger off. So once I've got that set, I'm going to click apply. And attached to that trigger, I'm going to add a log a message action. Configure that, log a message. And then in the, we want event attributes. The formatted message, we're going to include event as JSON. And so that will include the entire event message that's passed from the automation trigger on to the action, which is passed through using JSON. So I'm going to save the automation. I'm going to save it as incoming footprints. And I'm going to start the automation. I'm going to start in debug mode. That's just my habit because I like to see the log easily in one spot rather than going and finding the folder, especially for training or demoing purposes. But you don't want to do that if you're running that in a production environment. So now let's test the automations. I'm going to go to FME Flow Resources, Data, find that folder we created, and I'm going to upload files. I am going to navigate to FME Data, Engineering, Building Footprints, and I'm going to select all the shape files. We'll just do update 1. Click OK. So those have been uploaded. So now we're going to jump back to our automation. Started, we've got one warning. Actually, you know what? I bet you the warning's telling me that my polling interval is too short. Yeah. Figured polling at 5 seconds may impact performance, but otherwise, we can see the create event added for each of those shapefile sidecar files that I uploaded to the resources. So basically, every upload of a file sent the create message, And that triggered that log action to log this out in the automation log. So now I'll give you 10 minutes to build that automation yourselves and complete the quiz questions, and then we'll come back and we'll further process the directory files with a workspace. Give you 10 minutes to do that. We'll come back at 11:42.